Hello everyone, I'm Rupali Meshram. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for my latest updates. Good morning students. Today we are going to start with Standard 6th, History, Chapter 4, The Vedic Civilization. In this, 5 points we are going to see. First point, the Vedic literature. Second point, family system, day-to-day life. Third point, agriculture, animal husbandry, economic and social life, religious ideas. Fourth point. Fifth point, political system. First point, the Vedic literature. The civilization that is based on Vedic literature is known as Vedic civilization. The Vedas are considered to be our earliest literature. The Vedas were composed by many sages or rishis. Some Vedic hymns were composed by women. Vedic literature is in Sanskrit. Vedic literature is very rich and diverse. The Rig Veda is considered to be the first text. It is in the form of verses. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. The Vedic texts are known as Samhita. Ved means to know. The term Veda derives from Ved. It means knowledge. The Vedas have been preserved through the oral tradition. The Vedas are also called as Shruti. Rig Veda Samhita. Each verse of the Veda is known as a Richa. So, the Veda consisting of Richas is called Rig Veda. Richa means a verse composed to praise a deity. When a number of Richas are put together to praise a particular deity, the poetic composition is called a Sukta. The Rig Veda consists of many Suktas composed to praise different deities. Deities means gods. Yajur Veda Samhita. The Yajur Veda contains mantras uttered during yajna. Yajur Veda provides guidance about how and when the different mantras must be chanted during yajna rites. This text includes the verses or poetic incantations and their explanations in prose. Samaved Samhita. The Samved provides guidance on singing Rigvedic verses to a set rhythm and tune at the time of yajna rites. The Samveda has contributed in a major way in laying the foundation of Indian music. Atharva Veda Samhita. The Atharva Veda is named after Atharva Rishi. This Vedas is different from the other 3 Vedas. It is more concerned with many things in the day-to-day life of the people. It includes solutions to advertise and diseases. It also provides information about medicinal herbs. The Atharva Veda provides guidance to a king about the way he should administer his kingdom. The Brahman text Aranyakas and Upanishads were written after the composition of the Samhitas. They are also included in Vedic literature. Brahman texts. They were composed to provide guidance on using Vedic mantras in yajna rituals. Each Veda has independent text called Brahmanas. Aranyakas. Aranyakas consist of the reflection or thoughts expressed after meditating with deep concentration in forest or wilderness. The Aranyakas are concerned with accurate performance of yajna rites. Do you know the meaning of some suktas? O Almighty, make it rain in plenty. May we get a plentiful crop in our field. May there be plenty of milk for our children. Here, it means that a farmer, he is praying to God that make it rain in plenty so that plentiful crops they will get in their field and their children will get plenty of milk to drink. Second, may the cows come to our homes and stay happily in their pens. May they bear many calves. Here, a farmer, an animal husbandry doing person, he is praying to God. He is saying that, Dear God, please, I wish you to make me that in my home many calves will be there and my cow will give many calves and they will be happy at my home. Third point, arise, O people. Darkness has vanished with the advent of dawn and sunlight comes. Dawn has awakened the whole world. Let us pursue our own occupation and earn riches. They are saying that, God, please remove this darkness and bring the sunlight in our life so that again we can start with our work. Upanishad. The term Upanishad indicates knowledge acquired by sitting at the feet of the teacher. Human beings have always wondered about events like life and death. It is not easy to find answers to them. The Upanishads discuss such serious and profound issues. The four Vedas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and the Upanishads were composed over a period of 1500 years. During this long period, the Vedic civilization underwent many changes. The Vedic literature is an important source for the study of those changes and of the day-to-day life in the Vedic period. 4.2 point Family System, Day-to-day Life. Joint family system was prevalent in the Vedic period. The Grihapati was the head of the family, a man responsible for the family. His family included his old parents, wife, and children, and also the families of the children, the younger brothers, and their families. This family system was Patriyachar. In the ancient period, there are references to women scholars such as Lopamudra, Gargi, and Maitreya in Vedic literature. However, slowly the restrictions on women went on increasing and their position in the family and society became secondary. The houses during the Vedic period were earthen or wattle and daub consistency. Wattle means woven lattice of wooden strips, which is daubed with clay mixed with cow dung. A house was called Griha or Shala. The diet of the people mainly consisted of cereals like wheat, barley, and rice. From this, they made different preparations. The words like Java, Gudum, Vrihi, etc. can be found in the Vedic literature. Java means barley, Gudum, wheat, Vrihi, rice. The Vedic period people relished milk, yogurt, ghee, butter, honey, black gram, that is urad, lentil, masoor, sesame, and meat were also a part of their diet. People in the Vedic period used cotton and woolen garments. They also used valkals or clothes made from barks of trees. Similarly, animal skins were also used as clothing. Man and woman use ornaments of gold, flower garlands, strings made of beads, etc. A kind of pendant called Nishka seems to have been popular it was also used as a currency. Singing, playing, musical instruments, dance, board games, chariot race, and hunting were the means of recreation. Their main musical instruments were veena, shatatantu, cymbals, and the conch. Percussion instruments like damru and mridanga were also used. 4.3 Agriculture, Animal Husbandry, Economic and Social Life. Agriculture was the main occupation during the Vedic period. Many oxen were yoked together to plug the fields. The plug had iron plugshares. The Atharva Veda considers insects, pests, and other animals that destroy crops and suggests certain remedies. Cow dung was used as manure. During the Vedic period, animals like horses, cows, and dogs had special importance. Cows were used as means of exchange. That is why cows were highly prized. People took special care to ensure that their cows would not be stolen. The horse was valued because of its speed. The Vedic people were skilled in taming the horses and harnessing them to the chariots. Chariots in the Vedic period had spoked wheels which are lighter than solid wheels. The horse-drawn and spoked wheel chariots of the Vedic period were swift and speedy. In this period, apart from agriculture and animal husbandry, several other occupations had also flourished. Artisans and people practicing various occupations were an important part of social system. They formed independent organizations known as shrenis or guilds. The head of the guild was known as Shreshti. However, slowly the status of skilled artisans became secondary. During this period, there were 4 varnas: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. A varna was determined by the occupations of the people. In the latter period, the varnas came to be determined on the basis of birth. This gave rise to caste. The caste system led to inequality in the society. During the Vedic period, certain notions about leading an ideal life had become well established. There were 4 stages or 4 ashrams, from birth to death. The first ashram was the Brahmacharya ashram, or the period of staying with the Guru to learn from him. The next stage after the successful completion of Brahmacharya ashram was Grihastha ashram. It was expected that during this period, a man would carry out his duties towards his family and society with the help of his wife. The third stage was Vanpratishtashram, when a man was expected to detach himself from the household, retire to a solitary place and lead a very simple life. The fourth stage was the Sannyasashram. At this stage, the convention was to renounce all relations, lead life in order to understand the meaning of human life and not stay in one place. Do you know? Horsepower is a unit of measuring power, the rate at which work is done by an engine. Religious ideas. In the religious ideas of the Vedic period, forces of nature such as the sun, wind, rain, lightning, storms, and rivers were given the form of deities. Vedic compositions pray them to become life-giving forces. The Vedic people put offerings into the yajna fire to please them. These offerings were called havi. Yajna is the act of offering Havi into fire. Initially, the Yajna rites were simple. Later on, the rules of the Yajna become harder and harder. The importance of Prasist went on increasing. People in the Vedic period had thought about how the natural phenomenon occurred. Summer is followed by the rainy season and the rainy season by winter. This is a regular cycle in nature. The cycle in nature and the life cycle that move with it were termed by the Vedic people as Rita. The life of all living beings is a part of the cycle in nature. Disturbance in the cycle of nature leads to calamities. Everyone should be careful not to let it happen. Nobody should break the laws of nature. It was believed that following these rules was to follow dharma. Political system. In the Vedic period, each village had a head known as Gramani. A group of villages formed a Vish, whose head was called Vishapati. Several Vish form a Jana. Later, when the Jana settled into a specific region, it came to be known as Janapad. The head of the Jan was known as Nripa or Raja. The main duties of the king were to protect the people, collect taxes, and run the administration efficiently. In order to run the administration smoothly, the king appointed various officers. The Purohit and the Senapati of the army were officers of special importance. The officer who collected the taxes was known as Bhagda. Bhag means share. The person who collected the king's share of the produce of the Jan was called Bhagda. There were 4 institutions who guided the king: Sabha, Samiti, Vidhata, and Jan. People of the state participated in their working. Women too participated in the working of Sabha and Vidhata. The Sabha consisted of senior citizens of the state, whereas the Samiti was the general body of the people. Later on, in the Vedic thought, Smriti and Puranas were composed. After a period of time, the religious stream based on the Vedas, Smritis, Puranas, and the local traditions came to be known as Hinduism. Along with the Vedic stream, there were other religious trends which took a different position from the Vedic one. Regarding Yajna rites and the Varna system, we will learn more about them in the next chapter.